So, Chapter 5, Molecules and Compounds. Sugar and salt. So, ordinary table sugar is a compound, and its chemical name is sucrose. And here is an illustration of a sucrose molecule. It has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms in it. And yet the properties of the sucrose molecule are very different from those of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Sucrose, table sugar, it's a white solid at room temperature. We eat it, it tastes sweet. Carbon, just pure carbon, is either a diamond or something like graphite, and you're not going to want to eat either one of those. Hydrogen and oxygen are gases at room temperature. The properties of the compound are very, very different from the properties of the element. Sodium chloride is table salt. Okay, table salt, sodium chloride, let's write that down. Sodium chloride. We just learned about ions. Table salt contains sodium ions and chloride ions. Okay, so table salt, you don't want to eat too much of it, but we sprinkle it on our food, and you actually need a certain amount of sodium to remain alive. You don't want too much, but too little is also bad. But its properties also very different from the elements. This is elemental sodium. It's a metal. We see that it's shiny. It's a rather soft metal. You can cut it with a butter knife. It's also very reactive with water. You throw a chunk of sodium metal in a sink full of water and it will explode because it reacts so violently with the water and creating hydrogen gas and a great deal of heat that it goes kaboom. And there is no sodium in the stockroom, so we're not going to try any of that. Chlorine gas, the element chlorine, is a toxic gas. So again, the properties of sodium chloride very different from the properties of the elements that it's made out of. Yeah, I think these slides are kind of out of order. So there's a picture of table salt. You've probably all seen that. Again, properties of the elements are different than the properties of the compound.